Hi and welcome back to South African Homesteader. Today I'm going to show you how we are thinning out our strawberry patch and how we are going to be making a whole new bed with these strawberry plants. So this is what it looks like currently. This is what it looks like currently, and we have to thin it out in order for them to produce nicely. So what we are doing, David is helping me. We are taking the strawberries and we are just, okay, let me show you. He's taking it. Just a bit. And he's just scooping it out because this um, is the time that they like to send out their runners. And this is what it is. A whole new strawberry plant, roots and all. You'll see all of these in here. They have root systems. So what I'll do is I will break off all this dry leaves and plant it. So he's going to go all along this because they've grown right over the edge of the seed. So he's going to take all of these plants, and I should easily get more than 100 plants just from that row there all the way to the front here, and all the way down the length of this bed we are going to do, because you can see, I mean, they send out the runner and the anchor into the ground. So all these are going to come out. All these, we're going to take it out till about there, and possibly I'll be able to make 2 beds from here. And this is how you can multiply your strawberry plants without spending a cent on new plants. I think leave that. Yeah, take that one, the last one. Take that last one out. And this was a few panacea that I bought a year and a half ago. David, when you see this here, just like close up the roots again, just so that they don't get exposed to air. We are going to thin it out, and we are going to be weeding this. You can see the amount of grass and weeds and things growing in between it. So winter, the garden is a bit of a mess. It's autumn now, but in winter, look, that is how many plants? 1, 2, 3. Those are 2 plants right there in your hand. And you know, they really don't need much to grow. They just need the soil to have enough moisture. All we do is we put a little bit of our crown manure from our from our goat pen, and some chicken manure that we dry out, because it is a hot manure, so you can't put it on immediately, whereas the goat manure you can. With the bed that we are planting it in, we actually put in some manure about, I think it must have been about 3 or 4 months ago, man. Yeah, that's it. The strawberry patch, you really don't get that much weeds because they don't leave space for weeds to actually push up. I do like to thin it out, however, even in the centers, I will thin it out and replant in little spots where there's nothing, because they produce better when they are thinned out a little bit. And I found this out last year when I thinned it out. I've got another patch in front there because I planted out a few of the runners. But this bed was actually just on the one side. On the other side, we had pumpkins and things the first year. Then last year, then I thinned it out, and I know it was in about July. I know that because my uncle was here when I was doing it, and his birthday was in July, and he was here for his birthday. So I thinned it out, and the amount of strawberries that we got, that we still have frozen strawberries that my husband used for smoothies. I think there's just 1 bag left, but still the amount of strawberries that we got from this is amazing. One of these days, I was just saying, now I'm going to be planting quite a few beds by next year, and then we can probably even have some strawberry picking on the farm. But those are just ideas. Whether they materialize, oh, definitely we'll have the amount of strawberries, but whether we actually have strawberry picking is another story. This is, I just wanted to share with you how you can save instead of buying plants all the time. And now, and the reason I'm planting, we made this bed right outside our kitchen door, is because Granny, she loves strawberries. And this way, if there's nothing in the fridge, then she can just come up and pick some in summer. So as you can see, this really is, oh, this is just sand from the land, and then we are putting in some soil, just soil that we bought at the nursery. And this bed we have put in some cow manure, but because this bed slopes down, most of it has come to the bottom, so you can see the difference in the soil as it goes down. But what we'll do is we'll heal this up a little bit behind each row. Actually, he's planting it more in channels now, which will keep the moisture from going down. And then you'll just plant the strawberries in here. Nothing fancy, but the result will be so fancy. Just water in that compost. It's actually not compost, it's actually potting soil. We use whatever we have. We are not fancy on this farm. We use whatever we have. So it's just watering it in. And you can see the water isn't even penetrating because there's not enough matter in the soil on this side. So that's why we're putting some potting. So I'm leaving these few marigolds here just to attract pollinators. Okay, so these were all taken out from my strawberry bed, and I've got tons of new plants. You can see this in itself can be broken in two. All these, and I'm going to fill this whole bed, which is outside the kitchen. I'm going to fill it. These were all transplanted now from my actual strawberry bed. And the only thing that we put in here is our goat manure and some of our chicken when we clean out the coops and the kraals. But the chicken coop was cleaned out about 2 or 3 months ago, and we put it in here. This was just sand, and it should be rich enough for this. There's no other fertilizer. This bed slopes a little bit down, so the water runs down. So I'm leaving this little heap of sand here to stop the water from just going down. And I see this is what I planted, and I see what David is doing is he's just making little channels, which actually I think is better than that I did, so that when we water, the water don't just roll all the way down. That's one strawberry plant that I bought, a new one, and this one I just bought it for the sake of having a different type of strawberry. I don't even know what's the name, but all the others I'm going to plant about maybe 50 plants in here. We are getting from our original strawberry bed. Yeah, he's just planting these new plants. And that's it. In the channel so that we don't waste water rolling off from our plants. New strawberry bed planted. by merely thinning out our existing bed. And I'll keep you updated as to how this bed matures into a full bed of strawberries. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it was helpful as always. And from me, Haria at South African Homesteader, until next time.